Hi. Well, I got one of my favorite recipe that involves lobster. I don't know the recipe, but I watched the guy do it one time. He wouldn't tell me what was in it, so I took a rough guess at it, experimented a few times, worked out pretty good. So, for lack of what to call it, I call it lobster a la heart attack because it takes cream, butter, lobster, bread, and whatever herbs you want to put in it. So you start out with I'm going to put a little over half a liter of coffee cream in there, and then I'm going to put in, where's the wrapper here? There it is. I'm going to put in, start with half a pound of butter. Yep, half a pound. Now the key to this working out is you have to keep stirring this on low heat without it boiling until the butter and the cream don't separate anymore. So it's a pretty constant time-consuming thing. It could take like a half an hour or maybe even more. So I use one of these, and well, right now it's going to take a few minutes for the butter to melt into the cream. So we'll see in a few minutes. I'll be getting the bread ready and I'll show you what that looks like after. Okay, so now you see that the cream and the butter's melted. And this is what you have to keep doing, keeping it from sticking to the bottom of the pan and keeping your heat low enough so that it doesn't go to a boil. In the meantime, what you're supposed to have is like a little mini roll that you can hollow out. You keep the little chunks like this to dip in after, and you pour the lobster and the cream and butter and your herbs into the bowl. But Brenda's going to opt for this, just the top part of a roll. And I'm doing the bottom, and then the top part of the roll I crumbled up. So here's what I'm going to be doing until the two stop separating. As you can see right now, if I stop stirring, the butter all comes to the surface. So you have to keep stirring, and it's just about ready to start boiling, so I'm going to turn the heat down some more. Doesn't matter if it boils a little bit, but you don't want to burn your cream and butter. You don't want creme brulee. Hi there again. I think we're just about there. I've been stirring this for about 35 minutes, and how you can tell is when you stop, it's just a nice little boil there, but you're not seeing very much butter coming back to the top. So that means to me that we're ready. So I'm going to be back here in about 2 more minutes. Okay, so now I've got about 3/4 of a pound or so of chopped up lobster. You just put that in there. I also added a little bit of parsley to the stuff, just to give it color. And I can say I'm eating my veggies. What a crock. Anyway, there's the lobster in there, and this has, you have to keep stirring this for about another 5 to 10 minutes. So, see you in 5 to 10 minutes. Well, here you are again. We're back, and this is done. So now here's what you all do. You take some of this and you just pour it nicely on there, being quite generous, of course. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. Have you got enough on there, Brenda, for yourself?
I do, thank you.
All right. I can never get too much lobster on it, I don't think. Oh, look at that. That's just so decadent. And you know something? When this is cold and refrigerated, it makes one heck of a good dip for those nachos. Oh. But I got a feeling there's not going to be a whole lot left. Okay, well, there we go. And now... Oh. Smell that, Brenda. Oh. So take a little bit of lobster, a little bit of bread, and some sauce. Oh. Oh, I'm going to skip the paprika, but I am going to put just a little bit of Parmesan cheese onto it. Just like that. Let's try that. Little bread, little lobster. Lobster a la heart attack. You have got to try that. See you later.